listening to. Let's try this. Can you hear me now? Not a good sign. I don't know how long we're going to be here today, because it all depends on the battery situation. This is a untested remote setup, so it could go 10 minutes, it could go 3 hours, we don't know. Test. 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 Tell me how bad the echo is now.
echo right now at 655.10. 655.10 echo. I didn't realize that the encoder was set to the wrong time zone, so I had to take the clock out. Can't change the time while the show's going. So, there we go. Test.
Test, test, test. I'd like to thank Ken C. for the $20 super chat towards the In-N-Out Burger Fund. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank Ken C. for the $20 super chat towards the In-N-Out Burger Fund. Okay, I think this audio right now is about as good as it's gonna get. So. Okay, I think this audio right now is about as good as it's gonna get. Thank you very much, Gabriel. Well, that's why I do this stream, so all the rest of them will be perfect, right? Look at my hat. And here I thought it'd be the 360 camera that failed. morning, fire truck. Miss Wolves, thanks for being here. Keith, Brandon, thank you. I usually go to In-N-Out Burger once while I'm here, Mike. I am not the biggest In-N-Out Burger fan. There's a lot of people who like it way better than I do. But I have found that if I tell them not to toast the bun and to double fry the French fries, it's not bad. Hello, Rainbow Love. Thanks for being here. Josh. On the way to the airport. You seen Josh this weekend? So if you're wondering why I'm not calling out these planes, is because I'm really bad at doing that in Hawaii, where there's way less traffic. There's no way I'm going to keep up here, so just follow along on flight radar, I guess. I apologize for that. Yes, Michael Hale, I would love a Whataburger. I think the closest Whataburger to here is probably Vegas. But it's only a 5-hour drive, right? Rainbow Love, I was born at night, but not last night. Thanks, Jolly Roger. I think I'm good. I hadn't done the travel setup in a while, and some of the pieces are new. So I didn't have time to set it up before I left and try it out. So I think Asiana, the A380 is heading this way. I think. Brandon, the flight was great. It was almost exactly 5 hours, I think. I forgot to check exactly what time we were wheels up, but it was very smooth, very quiet, and I slept for most of it, so that's a rarity. I apologize if I missed anything in the chat. I meant to bring an Android tablet to put up and read the chat, but best laid plans of mice. It got left in the K-truck. Alright. Very interesting. I don't know why that cut out. 8 p.m. tonight. Maybe, possibly. Who knows? I may be streaming, but I might not be streaming at an airport, if that makes any sense. How's this 360 camera look? Uh-oh, why does Mike say uh-oh? Next. What's going on? CFI on the fly, I actually looked into that, and they don't allow professional photographers there at the place that's close to the runway. And I reached out to the base public affairs office and I have not heard back. Alright, so this next one is a Delta. It's an E-175 operated by SkyWest Airlines. So we can easily see in Hawaii. Oh, thank you, Ian. Hello, Robbie. don't see it quite yet. So I skipped the Pop-Tart today. I stopped by, what's the name of the place? I stopped by a donut place this morning that's up, whatever this street is, or whatever this street is over to my right. It's up that street on the other side of the freeway. About, not even a 5-minute drive from here. And got me some delicious donuts this morning. Yeah, the other side of the other side of the airport looks very busy. Maybe I should have streamed from Imperial Hill this morning. Yes, Lance. You can't throw a lens cap in any direction and not get a donut shop. Professor Chang, I like Randy's. They're more of a every once in a while thing because they go all out and put all the stuff on them. And I just want a plain donut. I like plain glazed. I like jelly filled. I like old fashions. So usually, probably once every third or fourth time I come to LA, I'll go to Randy's and get one of their seasonal or weird flavors, Oreo or Biscoff or something like that. But usually I just go to the little Mexican donut shops that sell sandwiches and stuff too and pick up a few. I've hit a bunch of those over the years, and I've only ever been disappointed once. So. I like these A&As, this one here. We get one of those in Honolulu, but they've shifted the time on it. So we usually miss it in, we definitely miss it in our weekday shows, but sometimes we miss it in the Saturday show because it just blends in with everything else going out. Hello, Sherry. I don't know if me being here actually makes me closer to South Africa or not. I don't know that. I might even be farther away, depending on which way you go. I think if you go straight, I wonder how. Yeah, I'm very curious. I wonder if it's quicker. If it would be quicker to go to South Africa from Hawaii, going straight down over the southern pole and then up, or if we'd be going around. Huh, that's interesting. I don't think I'm going to be able to get anybody to fly me that. Happening with the numbers. Yeah, I wonder how many fuel stops that F-22 would take. I think it's six refuels to get to the mainland, so I bet it would take forever. Oh, interesting, Lance. Direct from H&L to Cape Town is 10,000 nautical miles. Let's go over south over Antarctica. LAX to Cape Town is 8,000. Oh, I am actually closer then. Look at that. Filter, custom, A380. Too early in the day for the rest of the A380s, it looks like. So they're all about 3 hours away. I don't think my show can go 3 hours today because of the battery situation. So we'll go for a while. We'll try to catch the A380s a different day. There's a lot more traffic here today. Double illegal U-turns right in front of you. That was pretty cool. It was like synchronized bad driving. So the last time I was here, which I don't remember exactly when that was that May, March, May maybe, I was going to see my nephew graduate from college. I stopped here for a couple of days. This street was closed at about this point. It stopped right about here. Now it apparently is open all the way down. There's a lot more traffic and a lot more honking. Steve, that's a pretty genius thing there, is to every time you see a certain plane have people race to send you super chats. I don't know how that started, but that's pretty genius. Maybe we should do a Pualani club, and every time we see a Hawaiian. That big taking off on the south side. Who's that? Oh, American coming in. So tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night, I'll be staying at the H Hotel. Right over here. So I'll be staying at the H Hotel. It was very convenient for the party and for battery one. No battery one. Just convenient for the party tomorrow night and everything. The H Hotel's nice, but I like it here better than the deck. I'd rather, if I was going to do a show, I'd rather do it here at the parking garage because we're so much closer to the planes. It is 10:44 a.m. Rainbow Love. And then on Sunday, we're going to move over to the other hotel that we usually stay at. And we'll do a couple shows from the balcony of the southern runways. So that'll probably be Sunday night, Monday,
sometime. Definitely one late Sunday night. We'll do a late night marchers show. Probably Sunday night off the balcony. That's if I get the room I want. I've requested the room, but you know how hotels are. So. Yeah, Sherry, I think this is probably the best place at LAX. I love this place. I mean, you can't see the southern runways at all, but well, the best free place. I like the place we're going to be on Sunday. Yes, I'll be streaming from the top of Randy Donuts on Sunday. Oh, that would be nice to see. I'd like to also see the Orange Pride. I haven't seen that one during a stream. Alright, give me a second, I gotta swap a battery, hold on.
Hello, 757 Chip. Thank you very much for the $10 super sticker. I apologize today, I can't get them on the screen. Using a different encoder today. So I do apologize for that. But thank you very much for the support. Oh, here's Air Premia. We started to get Air Premia back in Honolulu. I think we saw it once in one of our streams, but it comes in usually a little late. Well, if anything, 757 Chip, AA is consistent with their lateness. Luckily for me, last night, my flight was on time leaving. The flight getting in, that was my aircraft, was very late though, so there was a very short turnaround. Oh, wow. That's interesting. I apologize if you're watching the 360 cam. It'll be back in a second. I just learned something very interesting about my modem. So I have my modem plugged into a little Jackery battery, and I also had my phone plugged into that Jackery battery. Well, I took the phone off that battery and plugged something else in, and that reset the modem. So apparently there was enough change in the voltage just by unplugging something where it reset the modem. But it's coming back up slowly now, so if you're watching the 360 camera, it'll be back in a minute. Hello, Joe. Joe is celebrating 16 months with us here at the 717 level. Thank you very much, Joe. Joe says, never forget 9/11. RIP to those who died. I think that pretty much probably echoes the sentiment of everybody here, so thank you. I wasn't sure how I should address that today, and I just kind of said, maybe we'll just everybody think of it on their own. I didn't really have anything to say. But thank you very much, Joe. Oh, Brandon, what time is that coming in? 360 camera should be back. I've never run into that power problem in Honolulu, because usually I have that I have the modem plugged into 2 different power sources just in case one of them dies. So I wonder if that's why I've never had that issue. Next stream we'll make sure we plug it into 2 different power sources. But actually, the modem itself only uses about 5 watts of power, so it's not even a huge drain. It's very, very minimal power. Yeah, Mike, it's something I've been thinking about for a while now, since I knew I was going to be arriving on the 11th, but I'm still very new to this whole thing, and I wasn't sure. So I didn't want to go the other way with it. I didn't want to make it seem like I was being cheap and just trying to get donations or trying to get likes or views. Because of that, I didn't want it to appear that way, so I decided just to let go, just not let it, just not make a thing of it in the show. So, if that was the wrong thing to do, I'll live and learn. But oh, thanks, Ian. Yeah, I saw Zippy. I think Zippy was the first plane I saw when I came out of the rental car place. So that's a nice, quick turnaround. Thank you, Rainbow Love. So along with the LAX collection that you just saw the QR code for, we're also running a special at the shop while I'm in LA. The whole time I'm in LA, we're doing free shipping on orders over $20. So that the little stuff you might have to double up, but the t-shirts already qualify for the free shipping. So head on over there. You can go to reverseopshop.com, or you can click on that QR code there. That'll take you right there. The same with the LAX collection. You can go over to the Reverse Op Shop. To go straight to the LAX collection, you can click on that. You can scan that QR code. The LAX collection not only has that t-shirt there, it also has some other stuff that you can look at. A can koozie and a couple other t-shirts. Michael, they used to have a giant Z on the tail. They changed it a few years ago. All right, Josh is on his way. Calvin, hello. Hello, I don't sound any different today. I don't know what you're talking about. No, it's I'm using a different microphone and I'm standing much farther from it. Without a proper mixer, I can't get rid of the echo between the two mics. I'm standing too close to them. So I have to use a single mic. And that, so I'm a little bit further away than normal. Maybe a little bit, Kelvin. I just want to say thank you to everyone for being here. It's been a pretty cool morning so far. We've only seen one A380, but we'll see more throughout the weekend. We're going to do this show today. We might do another show tonight, so keep those notification bells on. Friday and Saturday are a little tricky with Cranky Dork Fest and Spot LAX and all that. I'm not sure whether we'll be able to do a show. I would like to do a little 360 action somewhere, and we're definitely going to do a road trip show this weekend. So keep your notification bells on. I got a new rig for the road show, so I'm anxious to try that out. We move hotels on Sunday, so we'll be doing a lot more streaming Sunday night and Monday. Multiple shows, so keep those notification bells on. Keep checking us out. We'll be here all weekend. If you happen to be at Spot LAX or Cranky Dork Fest and you see me, stop by, say hi. I might have a sticker for you somewhere. If I remember to pack them. I think I remember to pack them. But thanks everybody. Ian, is that on this side or the other side? I think that Sun Country's going in the other side. No, Fabio. Yes, Eham, I looked into that, and I'm not sure yet. It's probably looking like a no-go. I'll explain why here in a second. That Sun Country went to the other side. What is it? MD? Is that an MD-11? Oh, there's an MD-11 lit up on the other side too. We'll have to see that. I'll have to keep an eye on that one and see if we can see it in the air. $11:43. We might still be here, Lance. So I did some research the other day, or last night, night before last? Was it Sunday night? When was it? Tuesday? I'm losing track of days here. Whatever it was, I think it was the night before last. I did some. Oh yeah, it was Tuesday night. I did some research, and the spotting area there and a lot of the stuff around there is all military property. And they require professionals, and I'm using air quotes. If you're watching on the 360 camera, I'm using air quotes, the professionals have a permit and pre-authorization to film. So I have requested access from the public affairs office, the base public affairs office, but as of now I have not heard back. And it's not something I'm really risking. I don't want to risk unless I have all my ducks in a row, if that makes sense. Now, if I went up there, you know, chances are nothing would happen. It would all be fine, but I don't want a NCIS officer showing up at my front door. Because I don't exactly know where the military draws the line on professional and amateur. But I know the FAA considers me a professional. And even on my Instagram that I make no money, they consider that a professional endeavor because I use that Instagram and Facebook to promote YouTube, which is where I do make money. So even posting pictures on Instagram, the FAA considers that a professional act, even though I make no money on Instagram. That was Latam Airways heading back to Lima. Ha, aloha. It all depends on the FAA and airports, Mike. It all depends on where I can film from. That's why, like, for instance, in Honolulu, I am not allowed to film in the parking garage. It is forbidden for me to film in the parking garage because I am a professional. Now, anybody else who's not a professional, any amateur, can go into the parking garage and take pictures of planes from the parking garage, but I cannot. I have been trying for 2 years and they ghost me every time I get a conversation going. Oh, thanks everybody. We hit 200 likes. That means a lot because usually my road shows do not do very well because of the, I guess it's because of the change in the time or the change in location or whatever. But usually my road shows don't do very well. So thanks everybody for being here. I don't feel as self-conscious on the 360 camera as I thought I would. I think this is the first 360 video that I've actually had me in it. Sometimes I'll wave, sometimes I'll break down at the end of the show and you'll see me. But usually all you see is the tent. I thought I'd be a little more self-conscious. You know, Brandon, I keep, the YouTube creator community emailed me about that hype button, but I have not seen it myself. I'll have to keep an eye. Oh, I see it now. Yeah, thank you, John. I'll keep an eye on that. We'll try to get it in the air. Looks like that MD-11 has turned itself off. Yes, Luca, we'll see arrivals. In fact, we'll see one right now. Alright, later on today I'll take a look, Brandon. Thanks. Yeah, I'm not happy about that, Christine. Shoes are like feet prison. Yeah, Josh, I would not. This is a regular, just a parking garage, and I don't think I'd trust bare feet up here. It's filthy. I do have my slippers in the bag though that I'll probably bust out in a little bit. Hello, Telly. No, Rainbow Love, Mrs. Reverse Ops is at home. Originally, when I planned this, she was supposed to be going to the mainland for a work trip starting Monday. So she was going to go visit her mom this weekend while I was here and then head off to the trip on the mainland to work. And that work trip got canceled, so she's rescheduled the trip to see her mom. So now she's just going to sit home. It turns out the work trip got canceled, but the training didn't. So she has to get up at 2:30 in the morning on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week to take this training that she would have been on the mainland for. Still keep an eye on that queen on the south side. She thought about it. She thought about going to Disney, but she's trying to go with my sisters in December to Disney, so
So I want to show you something before I forget. I got the new Reverse Ops DC-10 t-shirt in. I'll be wearing that this weekend. Came out really nice. Really happy with the colors and the logo and everything. It came out really nice. So these are available in the shop. There's this version that has a DC-10 on it. There's another version that has a F-22 on it. And don't forget, we have free shipping on all orders over $20 in the shop. The whole time I'm in LA, just use the code free. What did I put? Free LAX, I think is the code. But if you click on that, if you use that QR code, it'll enter the code for you. Thanks everybody. I'm really happy with the way that came out. The colors really pop. I think that that 747 might be, it's definitely the next departure, I think. We also got the new In the Round shirts available. It has the In the Round pocket logo on it. This one came out really nice as well. The 747's on the runway, so I'm gonna, whenever it starts to move, I'm gonna break away and see if we can track it on the other side. Brandon, that shirt might be a little big for you. But if you'd like to look at it, I will definitely let you. I ordered it for me, so it's it might be a little too big for you. Hello, Ethan. Thanks for stopping by.
All right. Good luck, Chip. I'm counting on you. Nice. So somebody said something about the... Oh, it was Nicholas. 1 hour. All right. So... That's a freaking... Never seen this one before. I've seen that airline, but never that plane. Has the watch on it I've never seen before. I don't think I'll still be here at 3:15, but maybe another day we'll do a little later show. Steven, if you're interested in, I can add those. I think I can add those. Let me check on that, and I'll let you know next stream. But I think I can add that. I think the reason I didn't add those is because the 2X and 3X actually charge more money per shirt. So that's why I didn't. But I can try to fix that. I think the largest one right now is 2X, but I think I can fix that for 3X. EHAM, I've had good luck with it. So I use the same base shirt, the same actual t-shirt for all the shirts in my shop. All the ones that say unisex are all the same base t-shirt, just in different colors with different designs. And some of those I've had for almost 2 years with a lot of wearing and a lot of washing, and I haven't had any issues. They're still soft. I haven't had any of the decals come off, so I've been pretty happy with the distributor on these shirts. It should be free shipping worldwide. The company I use has fulfillment sites in Europe, Australia, somewhere in Asia, the United States. So it's usually reasonable shipping everywhere. Ooh. Here we go, hold on. So usually, even if I'm not doing free shipping, it's usually very reasonable shipping everywhere, and the ship time is actually really reasonable too. A guy I met a couple of weeks ago at the parking lot, he ordered one. And he lives near Manchester, and I think it took him from when he ordered it to when he got there was 3 days. So not yet. That's the beauty of having the multiple distribution places. I'm not shipping everything from outside the United States in. Usually if it's to another region. I did have to pay a $20 tariff on a SIM card. I bought a SIM card for my data in Europe for our Germany trip, and they charged me almost $20 tariff to get it here. Ah, Luke is on premises. Hello, the random spotter. Yeah, next time I'll do that. Yeah, because I bought when I went to the UK. What was it, last year? I bought the exact same thing from the same company, and it was no issue. So when I bought it this time, I didn't even think about it until I got the tariff notification. Oh, thanks, John. All right, take care, Luke. Oh, thanks, Eham. Alright, so I think we're gonna call this stream after the A350-1000 that's coming in. It is fairly close. In fact, it should be the next one in. The sun has come out now, and I don't have any sunscreen. We're running out of batteries, so we had a battery failure. So one of the batteries I was counting on just died. So I'm not even sure how long we could go right now. I have to go buy a replacement. Luckily, there's a Best Buy very close to here. So. There somewhere. So I think it's next after this one. Oh, thanks CFI on the fly. It should be a good time. Looking forward to meeting some of the people I've only talked to online. Hi, thanks again everyone for being here. A little frustrating start, but we had a lot of fun, I think. Well, I had a lot of fun, I can't speak for you guys. But hopefully you did. We'll be back here again a couple more times this weekend. I'm not sure exactly what days and times, but maybe backload on the weekend. We'll see how it goes. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Remember, we also have the free shipping at the shop all weekend long until I'm back in Hawaii. So hit that QR code or use the code FREELAX at checkout and get free shipping anywhere in the world. As long as you spend 20 bucks, one t-shirt should get you there. But a couple smaller items bulk up together really nice. So we'll see you all maybe tonight. We'll see how it goes. But I might be streaming later tonight, so just depends on how the battery situation goes. I have to go buy another battery. One of my Jackery batteries died, so that's an essential part of the weekend. It needs to be replaced. So wish me luck in that. We'll see you all soon. I'll probably take the 360 cam down as soon as I have all this stuff broken down. So if you want a couple more minutes of watching me fumble around, head on over there. The link is pinned at the top. As long as you're over there, hit like on that stream as well. You can hit subscribe on that one. That is a brand new companion channel we have here to not really replace your viewing here, but enhance it. So it's a companion channel. We'll be adding some more stuff to that in the next couple of weeks. But thanks to all the mods. Thanks to everybody. Sorry I don't have my usual list to look up all this stuff I'm supposed to say, but I really appreciate it. The super chats earlier, the member anniversaries earlier, thank you very much. If you're here at Cranky Dork Fest, have a great weekend. Say hi to me, please. We'll see you all later. Aloha.